What's up? It's your boy Karceno here, and let's talk about it. The Magic Johnson business structure. Magic Johnson had a business structure that was going from here to Champagne, all throughout the world. See, the thing about Magic and what he was doing, Magic Johnson was creating revenue, jobs, opportunities that other people weren't even accustomed to even thinking about doing. For instance, when Magic Johnson opened his own Starbucks and had his percentages in his Starbucks, he wanted his Starbucks to sell to people in his community. He knew there are certain flavors that black people like. And he said, in my Starbucks, we need to have this. And he had to fight with the owner of Starbucks just to get that approved in the locations that Magic owned. And what do you know? Magic was right. Those numbers went up. And he was selling more product than they were moving. So why is he gonna have product in there that he's not moving? And that's why Magic Johnson's movie theaters were successful. Magic knew how to target his audience. He knew what the people that was coming in his demographic wanted. Why is he gonna sell things at a markup price when people don't even want it anyway? So he said, in my movie theaters, I want the jalapeno hot dogs. Black folks love spicy foods. Sure enough, it was the first movie theater ever to serve jalapeno hot dogs. And what do you know? It was through the roof. They were selling out of the jalapeno hot dogs. The jalapeno hot dogs is going through the roof. The other movie theaters weren't selling those. They were the first. And they were selling more product than the major movie chains. And they were wondering, how is these little inner city, because see, you guys don't really realize the actual movie is not why they want you there. They want you buying concessions. The concessions is where they make their money. They can care less about the movie. Them concessions. That's where that big bucks lie. That's where that money coming in at. Concessions. And if you spending money in concessions, that's where they need that money to be going. So Magic Johnson's business model was working. The only problem that Magic Johnson, and it could have been much better if he gotten more partners to buy out and fully own outright. But Magic was just thinking, I'm gonna get it rolling and then someone else can take over and I'm out. And that's not a good idea, because when you do that, you basically created a system for the masters. Now they see what works and they just say, thank you. They go, thank you, Irvin. And the Starbucks owner, he bought out all the Starbucks that Magic Johnson owned. He bought them back. After Magic showed him what worked, he came in and bought him back from Magic.
Text from Carlson. Chris, I'm doing a show later tonight. I'll text you. Full stop.
So when you look at the model of it being a successful model, you got to look at things the way they are. Magic Johnson sold his companies. He sold his companies over to the local movie theaters, all his Magic Johnson theaters. He sold them, and he got his money and got out. He fixed it, showed them a model that works, and got out. It could have been much better had he stayed involved, took in more partners, and fought for his independence of it. He could have really made a mark. He could have really had a stature. It would have really shown urban have a voice. They do have people that's out there fighting for them that no one wants and needs. And there is a niche, there is a market, and there is a way for them to be successful. But he shouldn't have sold it back after saying, I'm going to fix everything, then I'm going to sell it back and just take the money. It was something so much bigger on the table. Something so much bigger. But now we'll never know, right? But anyway, I'm out. Don't forget, support that Cash App. Karceno's the name on the Cash App. Karceno. Could have been bigger, Magic. It could have been bigger.